Brooklyn done a nice job, in particular here in the second half, slowing down the Celtics offense, but just couldn't keep up with them enough in terms of scoring points and some of the miscues that hurt them.
Hey fans, stay tuned after the final buzzer for the Nets postgame. Get highlights, analysis, locker room reaction, and Jock Vaughn's press conference, plus a look ahead to Wednesday's game against the Hornets. That's all coming up next right here on ES. Well, the Celtics have been a connected, well-oiled machine all season long. It was interesting. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown both talked very similarly about their summers. They said so many people would come up to them and congratulate them on the run to the finals, but really all it did was make them seethe inside, because it continually reminded them of their failure after being up 2-1 in that series, and of that feeling of wanting more and wanting to finish the journey. And that burning desire has really fueled the connectivity we've seen out of the gates from Boston.
Well, and connectivity goes back to how many times they had went to the Eastern Conference final and then finally getting to the final. But you look at all of these individuals and the amount of time they've spent in the Celtics organization, playing with one another, getting accustomed to one another. 6th year for Tatum, 7th year for Jaylen Brown. Obviously, Horford, second time back. As I mentioned, signing that extension the other day. Marcus Smart not playing, but add him into the mix.
Both teams empty the bench. Another game where we did not see Patty Mills for Brooklyn. Kevin Durant, 39 minutes, 31 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, but 8 turnovers, and 4 costly ones in the fourth. Day'Ron Sharpe knocks down the 3. Nets will get a couple of days off and have 2 more games on what has been a great homestand thus far. This will be the first loss of the homestand. Nets will face Charlotte on Wednesday and Atlanta on Friday.
And whatever the score ends up looking like, I know there's areas that the Nets absolutely will want back, know they can improve upon, things that they need to get better at, but overall there's a lot of positive to take from this game against a Boston Celtics team that, as we mentioned, has been the best in the league, has had the best at this point, a historically rated offense. And, you know, these guys aren't happy. You see the looks on their faces, but I think that's a part of the growth and the learning in the areas that you understand how you need to progress and where you want to progress to.
A Wednesday on ES. Nets continue this big homestand at Barclays with a matchup against the Charlotte Hornets. Coverage starts at 7 o'clock with tip-off shortly after 7:30 on ES and the ES app. Right, in some ways it can show you where the growth still needs to happen. And you also saw where Ben Simmons will be a very useful tool in this matchup, because the Celtics were living in the pain on dribble penetration. Of course, Boston would be happy to have Marcus Smart on the floor.
And that's it. And you start, you know, all teams, you never know who's going to exactly be available, be healthy. Marcus Smart, you know, is such a key cog to this team. But that is for Brooklyn, when you mentioned it early on in the game that the Nets did not have. There's a lot of things that were missing in that first round sweep by Boston of Brooklyn last year in the playoffs, but defenders, big defenders that you could toss at guys like Jason Tatum, like Jaylen Brown, how that all works. And Ben Simmons obviously a factor in that, especially given how he had been playing prior to this most recent injury. And Yuta Watanabe, I mean, he's someone at midsummer. Those guys have been factors with this lineup, how they've been playing. I know Sumner been in and out of the rotation just a little bit, but again, for all of those reasons, there's a lot for Brooklyn to take out of this that you can feel decent about.
The Celtics end the Nets winning streak at